Shilo is going to be back this week. I mean, here's him earlier this week in practice. Just talk about what the type of impact he'll bring back to this defense. You know, they've been missing him since the Nebraska game. I think he'll have a tremendous impact this week. What are your thoughts?
I'm glad he's back as one of the leaders of the team.
Yeah.
I will say that we played really, really, really well when he wasn't on the field.
True.
And who's coming out when he's coming in?
That's a good question.
So I'm not saying that he shouldn't be out there. Anybody that wants to attack what I just said, go ahead. I don't really give a fuck. But I will say that the camaraderie and the consistency that you've seen the defense play with, we haven't had any like dumbass crash test dummy penalties like Bucky has said so many times. You know, I'm not saying I don't want Shilo on the field. I'm saying I want Shilo to look at what's happened over the last month and go, okay, I want to be part of that. I don't want to be all of that. It's not Shiloh's coming back to save the defense. It's Shiloh's coming back to add himself to the defense and be an addition, you know, that helps us, that helps the defense continue to strive and move forward. When you've got guys like Stoudemire and Selman Craig, and you got Hodge playing well, and all these guys playing well, I'm not saying that I don't want Shilo back on the field. I'm saying that working him back in instead of throwing him back in might be good.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I understand that Stoudemire's gotten beat a little bit, but so is Shilo. Shilo's not the best cover safety I've ever seen. He's a hitter.
Yeah.
But he's also a guy that you know, brings a lot of juice to the team too. So dude, this is what I'm talking about. Just fuck this guy off. I also think that, you know, he brings a lot of juice and he's a leader on that squad that makes plays. So he's got to manage that. He can't get too high and just start killing people out of bounds, but he can't get too low and try and play, you know, to make sure he doesn't get hurt again because, you know, he's coming off of a broken forearm. I think Shiloh's a better player than Stoudemire. I just want to make sure that the defense, everybody on the defense knows their jobs and their roles, and no one's stepping out of that to make plays.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm looking – sorry, go ahead.
The only guy that I think you can really say you do whatever you want is Travis.
Yeah. No,
and even he is very consistent with doing his job and grading out high. I'm not saying Shilo doesn't grade out high. I'm saying that I want everybody to understand that if you do your job on this defense with Livingston, the ball will come to you. The interceptions will come to you.
True.
The big hits will come to you.
Yeah.
You know, I think that if the three techniques do their job, the ball will come to them and they'll be able to make plays. If the defensive ends do their job and they read their keys and they crash hard, they're going to make tons of plays in the backfield. If the law firm does their job and reads their keys and doesn't take the fucking cheese, like we say so many times defensively, don't take the cheese.
Yep.
If they don't take the cheese, they're going to have 15 tackles, you know, but maybe a piece because the Kansas State runs up tempo and they're extremely diligent with what they do. So their RPO based offense is Kansas State, I'm saying, is trying to take advantage of people playing out of position and trying to make plays, just like our RPO-based, you know, sling the ball around the field, run the ball a bit to try and alleviate some of the pressure on Shedeur. Just like we're looking for guys that are fucking up on the field, that's the same thing they're looking for. And CU, you know, defensively here under Livingston has shown the ability to really fix a lot of their screw up from the first half to the second half. And I think Shilo is a heady player that's been there forever, that deserves to be back on the field. You shouldn't lose your job because of injury. Now that's bullshit, but you shouldn't. But at the same time, bro, it comes down to everybody just playing within themselves. Do your job and go out there and lead and be the catalyst for aggression that he is.
Yep.
But the no crash test dummy penalties, none. No crash test dummy penalties allowed. Yeah. So that's really the only thing that gives me pause. Other than that, we're getting back a really good player.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm looking at the depth here. He's listed as the 2 free behind Stoudemire. So we'll see. I'm sure there'll be some sort of rotation, but it's nice to have it. It's good to see him back out there. I agree with you on that. I mean, you got to consider he ain't played in 3 weeks. Ideally, some sort of rotation. You have momentum already without him. So,
it also allows a starter to go back to special teams and play more too. So Stoudemire can now go cover some kicks and be in a position where he can help the special teams even more as well. So
very true.
I would say they'll both play a ton. I just want Shilo. I don't want Shilo to get hurt again. So I hope he's coming back at the right time. I know he'll be casted up, and I know he'll be aggressive. And we're going to need him. I mean, this is definitely the game you want Shilo back. That's for damn sure.
Facts. And before we move on here, just Coach Prime's comments on Shilo's return earlier this week. Take a listen here.
Shilo.
Mm-hmm. He's ready. Shilo's ready. He's practicing. He's full go. Has a rubber cast on. He's doing his thing. I can't wait to see him back there because he and Cam they're unbelievable together. Carter has done a wonderful job, got a lot of experience, and he's in on some packages as well. But Shiloh's full go. We should have the entire starting defense this week.
And then to kind of piggyback off his question.
Yes. There you have it, Matt. Your thoughts?
Good. I mean, good, man. That's one thing. This team has been relatively healthy, knock on wood. You know, it's
very true.
Everybody we haven't had any major injuries other than Shilo, of course. And he came back from that pretty quick. A lot of people were thinking that he would be out for the year, and he's not going to be. So I'm excited to get the guy back. I think that it's a huge opportunity for the defense to keep improving. Other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it. We'll see what he does.
Yeah, amen.